Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 4 of The Legend of Vox Machina. So, something that I just realized, because it's been a while since we've actually done reactions to an Amazon Prime show, is that these release in GMT at midnight, which is 7 p.m. for me, and I completely forgot that. So, this batch will come out pretty much more or less the same as last time, but moving forward for the next 2 batches, we might be able to get these out a little bit faster now that I have that realization in mind. But I'm excited to jump back into this. I've been waiting for it since last week. I really dug the first batch that we got, the first 3 episodes. It was just fun, man, especially coming at it from a D&D player's perspective. You know, just kind of looking at it as like coming at it purely as a fantasy animation, it still does work. Though I can see it not really being for everybody. But when you know the culture, when you know this is just how a bunch of friends sat around and just acted at a table, it just makes it so much more enjoyable to watch and so much more rewarding, I have to imagine, to have been able to be part of that and get that made. Like, I just couldn't imagine, like, the feeling, the high that probably came with finally pulling off, I'm sure, a boatload of stress that comes with being able to animate what was only existing in your imagination with you hanging out with some of your best friends and just kind of like shooting the shit and telling your stories and stuff like that. And I was like, it's fun. It was a blast. It's raunchy, it's immature, but it's like heartfelt in all the right ways as well, like a really great campaign can be and a great table can be. So I know not everybody's going to have that perspective, and maybe I looked at the show a little bit too much from that perspective in the last batch as well, because I know that was pretty much the only way I was looking at it, was like from the perspective of a player. But that's just my experience, so it might be a little bit different than everybody's. But I had fun with it for sure, especially the way it came to a close with the introduction of the Briarwoods, and they kind of got away. Ha ha ha! See you next time. But it was an epic fight. It was brutal. They got their asses handed to them, and we got a little bit of glimpse of a character, not necessarily a character, a side of a character that has a name that I am now familiar with thanks to the comments. Apparently, we got to see this dark side of Percy, better known as No Mercy Percy. And that is just fitting, to say the least, especially with what he did to that little driver, blowing his fingers off. The gang has been arrested by the court after this outburst at this whole like union of the realms. So I'm curious to see what happens with the group when we catch back up with them. But guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this thing. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, it's going to be over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access to those as well, along with the reactions to all of this. You get the watch-alongs for all the other shows we cover here, as well as a bunch of movies that are exclusively over there. And at the beginning of each month, we take your suggestions and then vote on what movie we add to that list at the end of the month. This past month, we just added Predestination, a great... I won't even spoil it, because holy crap, I didn't know anything about this movie going into it, and it was bonkers, and it blew my mind. But we got a bunch of stuff like that. We do monthly Q&As, as well as I got behind the scenes stuff over there. I try to make it worth your while, since you guys are going out of your way to support the channel in that way. And I really do appreciate it. I know not everybody could do that. So a simple way you could support the channel, if that's not for you, is just like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, and it really does help us out. That said and down the way, guys, if you're new, if this is your first time tuning in, go check out my reactions to the first 3 episodes. They are on the channel. They're all good to go, ready to go for you guys. And if you're new checking in and you haven't subscribed, do it. I dare you. This is a dare. Subscribe. Anyway, who knows? I probably rolled a nat 1 on that persuasion. But anyway, let's jump in. Here we go. Episode's called Shadows at the Gates.
You've ruined our bank, assaulted political allies, risked the security of the realm. Throw them in irons.
He's under the Briarwood's influence. Imon owes you a debt, but that does not mean you are above the law, though perhaps Uriel is being too brash.
Only a little.
You are hereby confined to your keep under house arrest.
How dare you?
What kind of confined are we talking?
How can you arrest a house?
Grog. That carriage is like booking it. Ah, you don't have your book now, do you?
They have my book!
A minor inconvenience, my love.
tome contains details of
It will avail them of nothing. We have the means of retrieving it, don't we?
Hmm. I love this opening. Vox Machina! Aw, trinket.
Filthy hands off my instrument!
The more you resist, the longer this will take.
Come on, man, it's not a weapon. I just want to serenade the group.
Then you're doing us a favor.
If you attempt to escape, you will be executed.
Are you fucking joking?
I do not joke.
I know we have a lot to talk about, but I'm not turning into a vampire, am I? I withdraw the question.
If Uriel is under a charm, maybe Pike has a spell that can cure him. Pike,
If she can
where'd you go?
still draw on that.
You think you can actually read this thing?
I only just started translating it.
So what does it say?
It says pyramid, spirits of the dead, and right here in tiny letters it says, fuck you, Vax.
When they arrived in Whitestone, the Briarwoods came as allies. They brought dark ambitions and allowed no one to stand in their way, not even children.
Oh my god.
They slaughtered us in cold blood.
Oh my god. That wolf.
The Briarwoods know I'm alive now, and they are not in the habit of leaving loose ends.
So what's your plan?
Teamwork and friendship, man. Jesus.
I hope this is to your liking.
You take me to the nicest places.
That was terrifying. That investigation check, man.
Keyleth, can't you give us a little sunlight?
Me? I don't know. I've never tried. I get. Come on.
Forget it. We're here.
And so are we.
Seriously.
Fuck a duck.
Oh, great.
Are you there?
That's gorgeous.
I was meditating.
God, I wish we had some grub. What's this powder? Herbs and spices?
The ashes of my ancestors.
Yeah, use this to talk to your goddess. Hello? This thing on? Am I talking in the wrong end?
Aww.
The Everlight, it's like she can't hear me anymore.
Oh, I mean, when people can't hear me, I'll just shout louder. You try that?
I don't know, Grog.
Did you see something?
Uh-oh. Yep, nope.
Hey, what the?
Oh, whoa, what the hell? What the fuck? I don't know what creature that was.
Where have the guards gone? Fan out.
Aw.
Hey, what's the fuss, boy? Nothing's out here.
Oh, right in the brain. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, bah.
Don't look at me! All I did was make a hoagie!
5 of my men are dead. If you didn't kill them, who did?
Chancing, I guess it was them.
Oh god. Oh my lord.
They want the book.
Oh! Oh! Get it out! Oh! Little jackalope. Is that his blood or some kind of like taint?
We need a way to fight them.
It's black, but I mean, that could be stylized, but I mean, every other time we've seen blood, it's definitely been bright ass red.
Could really use my loot about now. I thought you said it wasn't a weapon. Obvious lie.
Not that any of these will do fuck all.
Oh. Jesus. Ooh. This is gonna have to be her moment, man. She's the only one that can do anything.
Yeah, be a great time to make some more.
Yeah. You got this.
I said I can't!
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. Who did it? Was it Piker? Oh! Keyleth!
No!
Go get fucked. Dude, hell yeah.
You have my word.
Then go, give them hell, and wish me luck trying to explain all this.
Damn, man, that was a terrifying encounter.
Honestly, I wouldn't last a day in prison with this face. Look at me, I'm a snack.
Trinket. Hi, buddy. Oh, I know, darling. But you'll be safer here at the keep.
Aw.
Very well. To Whitestone.
Probably get some supplies, huh?
I'm not going.
Whoa,
What?
well, I'll come with you. Like old times. Just you and me.
I have to do this alone, buddy.
Aw.
But what if I need you?
You can always talk to me, even if I'm not around. You'll feel me there with you. You're their light now.
No. Well, fuck, man. That was a damn good episode. The action, man, like that was a big part of it. The creep factor, the Briarwoods with her, what was that, necromancy? I don't know what those creatures were. I don't recognize them or their like abilities. But like, she definitely rose something. I was like, she's raised dead? Like, what did she do? From that graveyard that they stopped at. I was like, oh. What do... it might be a spoiler, I don't know. Like, is she a necromancer? Or a warlock? Or what? I'm curious. But I really like the way everything kind of came together. Like, the realization on Delilah's face as she was running away that they had swiped the book to Silas, you know, being like, hey, don't worry, we got this. Here, we'll stop here, we'll do our thing, we have our means of getting the book back. And they send these wraith things back. And those things, they fucked up that guard, man. Like, all of them. Like, that was brutal. That was visceral. That was terrifying. Like, just coming out of the shadows, phasing through the walls. So they were intangible unless given a light source, but they made sure to extinguish any light source anytime they came in. I like that whole bit. And then Pike and her whole little like struggle with not being able to connect to her goddess, to channel her divinity, to channel her radiant abilities at all. So she was kind of like trapped. She was helpless in this moment, like relying on everybody else who didn't have their weapons. And it came down to Keyleth, who was trying her best to help him out in the dark like corridors, but didn't quite muster enough energy there to kind of build up that desperation as everybody is just getting eviscerated. Like, holy crap, man. Like, woof. But it came in clutch in that moment, man. That inspiration, that desperation, and a high roll, man. It just comes in. And yeah, brought him into the light, made him physical, and they took him out. That was really great. I like the bonding that they had, too, in these individual moments with Grog and Pike when they were alone, except when he kind of ate her ancestors' ashes. That was hilarious. But, like, his... I don't know. I liked his, like, attempt at a, like, you know, comforting her. It was like, you know, when somebody doesn't hear me, I just scream louder. And I was like, maybe that's what she needs to do. She needs to project a little bit more. So I guess that's one of the reasons, too. She's like, I need to go to a temple. My connection, my portable connection is kind of severed at this moment. So, like, I need to go to the arena, to the house, to the, like, megaphone of radiance so that she can commune again and maybe reestablish that connection. So I like how that kind of paid off there in the end. And of course we had Vex and Vax talking about, you know, at any moment we can leave. We could stealth the shit out of here. Leave everybody. Like we always do. We've gotten out of tighter spots. But they don't. You know why? Fucking friendship. They do, like, you know, for as cool as collected they are, they care about the group that they've and the connections that they've made. So they can leave at any time. I believe them wholeheartedly, but they stick behind because what does that make them? What does that mean if they did that? And I like all that. And Scanlan being able to read the text in there seems to be the only one that's able to read the language it's written in. That was a nice little touch. That's pretty much all he kind of had to do in this episode now that I'm thinking about it. The king is still under that influence of Silas, even though it's the next day or days. We don't really know how much time's passed since that. It could have even been the next couple hours since they were brought in, or right after. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, more than likely they would have been called right in there and then divvied that punishment immediately. So never mind. Scratch what I said, but we also don't know how long that spell is going to last, how long the influence is going to last, and it's the way they're talking. Presumably, it is still in effect, which is terrifying. How long and how strong that spell is, that ability of Silas's. I couldn't find the hidden mat in this episode, but then again, I'll be honest, I wasn't looking all that hard because I was just like watching everything. Just kind of zoned in into what's happening. I think another great moment too was Keyleth and her moment with Percy. Technically every moment with Percy in this episode is because now it's like this shit's out in the open and they're like, we need answers. If you're going to travel with us, if we're going to help you, we can't have this secret stuff going on. And then I like that connection we had with her. She's basically like on a pilgrimage, and unless she completes it, she cannot see her family again. And it's a way they kind of connected in a way, but like he said, like that's great and all, but at least even if you fail and you can't see them again, you have the comfort in knowing they're alive, living their lives. So like I like that attempt, but he, you know, like you said, I do appreciate the sentiment and all that. Like we saw some melting of this exterior persona for a moment, at least throughout this, especially when everybody agreed to go with him. And when Pike said she was going to go off on her own, and she was saying her goodbyes to Grog and all that, man, I got watery, man. I did. I don't know what it is. It's this companionship stuff, like this, and it goes for anything. It's one of the main reasons, like, I love Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a sucker for strong bonds, connections, and friendship stuff. Because, I mean, I've got a pretty tight circle myself. And, like, you know, I just relate to that stuff really, really strongly. And I believe in it really strongly, that the connections that you make matter. So, like, when people play that up, it definitely does get in there real hard for me. But I liked it. The action in this, again, stellar. I think this one was very focused, hyper zoned in on this one encounter, because we did have our one setting in this. They had their weapons stripped away, and they were pretty much in a desperate situation in this. And I like that, especially when their kind of heels are against, or their backs are against the wall, and they got to dig in their heels. Almost completely reversed that when I was going to say that before I stopped myself and backed up a bit. Yeah, I don't know. We're off on the road again. This guard has allowed them to leave despite the orders from the king, who's still under Silas's control, apparently. So I'm wondering, like you said, I don't know how I'm going to explain all of this, but he's definitely going to try, I guess. Good thing I can't remember her name, the blonde lady who was like counseling and mediating between the king and them. She's not affected, obviously, so she might be the rationale. She might be the people, the person you really want to talk to about this while we keep it away from the king's ears for a little while. But yeah, we're on the road. Mission to Whitestone has initiated. Guys, what'd you think of the episode? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. We could talk about it there as well. Make sure to follow me on all my socials. And if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korsgaard, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Nate Prouty, Emo Slytherin, and Melita. Thank you guys so much. And everybody who's been joining over there. It really does help us out, help us work towards, kind of like I said, expanding some of these things. Getting help with editing some of these videos has actually been a step we've made to progress. I do get help throughout the week, which has kind of made things a lot easier with juggling things. So that's, like I said, you guys are definitely appreciated. And thank you all who suggested this once again, because I'm having a blast watching this and sharing this experience with you guys. It's a lot of fun. But guys, I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care, everybody.